Globalization and the Indian economy. In this topic, we will learn about globalization. In the past 2 to 3 decades, more and more multinational companies have been looking for locations around the world which would be cheap for their production. A large part of the foreign trade is also controlled by multinational companies. It also exports cars to other developing countries and exports car components for its many factories around the world. Globalization is the process of rapid integration or interconnection between countries. Multinational companies are playing a major role in the globalization process. More and more goods and services, investments, and technology are moving between countries. Besides the movement of goods, services, investments, and technology, there is one more way in which the countries can be connected. This is through the movement of people between countries. People usually move from one country to another in search of better income, better jobs, or better education. In recent times, technology has been changing rapidly, particularly in the areas of telecommunications, computers, and internet. Telecommunication facilities such as telegraph, telephones, which also include mobile phones and fax, are used to contact one another around the world, to access information instantly, and to communicate from remote areas. Liberalizations of foreign trade and foreign investment policy. Let us take the example of imports of Chinese toys in India. Suppose the Indian government levies a tax on the import of toys, what would happen? Those who wish to import these toys would have to pay taxes on this. Chinese toys will no longer be cheap in the Indian markets, thereby reducing the demand for such toys, and imports from China will automatically reduce, and Indian toy makers will prosper. Tax on imports is an example of trade barrier. It is called a barrier because some restrictions have been set up. Removing barriers or restrictions set by the government is what is known as liberalization. World Trade Organization is one such organization whose aim is to liberalize international trade. Nearly 150 countries of the world are currently members of the World Trade Organization, 2006. Though the World Trade Organization is supposed to allow free trade for all, in practice it is seen that the developed countries have unfairly retained trade barriers. Summary: Globalization is the process of rapid integration of countries. Information technology has played a big role in organizing production across countries. World Trade Organization is one such organization whose aim is to liberalize international trade. As of the year 2012, nearly 157 countries are members of the World Trade Organization. That is all in this lesson. Keep learning.